What did this farmer in the state of Michigan, USA, find on his land that astonished scientists worldwide? While tending to his soybean fields, this farmer suddenly stumbled upon something strange. Welcome back to the Back in Time videos. Today, we will not talk about treasure worth millions of dollars. Rather, we will discuss things of accidental nature found underground, things that science has not yet fully understood. Science doesn't have any answers yet, so let's get started. This landowner residing in Argentina could never have imagined that something like this could be found on his land. While taking a tour of his land, this landowner suddenly discovered something. His gaze fell upon something strange and peculiar that resembled the appearance of a dinosaur egg. However, the truth was even more fascinating. When the farmer saw this peculiar object, he couldn't resist and began digging into the ground. This peculiar thing was buried 3 feet underground and required significant effort to extract. When researchers learned about it, they discovered that it wasn't a dinosaur egg, but the fossilized remains of an animal that lived 10,000 years ago. It was a part of the body called a shell, which the animal used for defense. The astonishing thing is that despite the passage of so many years, there was no significant difference in its strength. This is the creature that was found on Earth 10,000 years ago and was known as a glaptodon. When the weight of this shell was measured, it was discovered to be 80 kilograms, meaning that the total weight of the animal, including just the shell, was 800 kilograms. You can estimate the total weight of the entire animal yourself. In number 2197, some miners in Siberia were working at a depth of 70 meters according to normal procedures, when suddenly a miner noticed a coffin made of marble that had been severely damaged underground. Without wasting any time, they began the task of extracting it. The coffin was heavier than they had anticipated, even surpassing their expectations. Therefore, they started the process of removing it. It had taken quite some time to extract it from the outside. The coffin was now outside, and it was time to open it. The miners, who were already astonished by the discovery of the coffin, had no idea what they were about to witness the next moment. When the coffin was opened, they found the body of a young and beautiful girl inside. It was astonishing to see the girl's body, as if only a few hours had passed since her death. However, apart from the girl's body, there was something else inside the coffin as well. Yes, there was pink-colored water present inside the entire coffin in which the girl's body was placed. The miners were unable to comprehend the presence of such water, and they removed the girl's body from the coffin. As soon as the body was removed from the coffin, it began to decay rapidly. When the authorities were informed about this incident, the coffin was immediately transported to a science laboratory via a helicopter. Scientists started researching the water that had caused such an effect. The old body was preserved by soaking it in sugarcane juice. Scientists believed that after several years, the actual formula of the water had changed, making it impossible to reverse. However, one thing is certain. The era to which this preserved body belonged confirmed that at that time, people were much more intelligent compared to the present era. James Brewster, a farmer from Michigan, a state in the United States, was getting his fields plowed for sowing his crops when he came across something strange at a few meters' depth. Upon seeing it, he halted the digging work. To uncover the truth of this object, further excavation of the land was necessary, for which machinery was brought in. The digging work was once again initiated. As the digging progressed, the object started to emerge from the ground, and it became apparent that it was the skull of a very large animal. Jim couldn't contain his excitement and immediately informed the authorities in Michigan about this discovery. When the skull was sent to the laboratory, it was discovered that it belonged to a creature called the woolly mammoth that lived on Earth 15,000 years ago. These creatures, also known as Vali Muhammad, resembled elephants in appearance, but were considered highly dangerous. It is believed that thousands of years ago, people used the tusks of this creature as weapons. These animals lived in cold and snowy regions, but over time the effects of global warming caused their habitat to change. Their species became extinct on this Earth. Over time, archaeologists have discovered many remarkable things buried in the ground. However, a startling event occurred in the year 2012. In the mountainous regions of Africa, they found a structure whose height was several times greater than the height of an average human, and its head was also several feet long and wide. Scientists believe that thousands of years ago, humans used to have a taller stature. However, over time, the height of humans gradually decreased. During the repair work of Chile's coastal highway, a point came when the repair had to be halted. This work was ongoing in Chile, where, at a height of 125 feet above a cliff, not 5, not 10, but a whole 72 steps were found, and that too in Wales. The workers couldn't comprehend that amidst the deserts, there were 125 steps. At a height where the sea was quite far, there, all of a sudden, 72 large whales were gathered together. What were they doing in Wales? Finally, when the matter reached the archaeologists, the investigation began. These structures are 70 million to 80 million years old, and researchers believe that this very place used to be the coastline of the sea all those years ago. Whenever whales are sick, it is their instinct to come to the shore because it is their nature in whales. But how can so many whales end up in the same place? It is difficult to say anything definitive about it. We hope that viewers will like and share this video of Back in Time. We are extremely grateful for your love-filled comments. See you in the next amazing video.